Jose, final words. What is your takeaway impression from this year's Olympia?
I loved it. Contrary to Robbie Robinson, who made some crazy statements, the poor guy. I love his physique, but I don't know where his brain's going right now.
What did he say?
He just shit on modern day bodybuilding.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Worst ever. He said it was one of the worst ever, and I disagree. It was one of the most competitive ever.
Yeah.
As far as Ronnie Coleman's not here. Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, they're not here. We got who's here, and these guys are awesome. And sure, can they be better? They're going to be better. But it was very competitive, very tight in a lot of spots. I still think a lot of things could have flip-flopped. I think Andrew should have beat Hunter. I think, there's a few situations that could have happened here.
Yeah.
And I think bodybuilding's in good hands. I think there's a lot of great athletes. But yeah, I took away from it. One thing that Chris touched on was we were waiting. It was 3 a.m. by the time prejudging started here in Vegas. Like the time has to be adjusted because there's too many athletes. It took way too long. And, they're going to lose a lot of pay-per-view because I wouldn't pay for it if I had to stay up till 3 a.m.
We didn't know. Kamali and I did the wrap up at 3 a.m. We were
cursing Dave to hell. That's all.
We went for a good hour. I didn't go to sleep till 5:30 that morning because I couldn't turn my brain off after that. I was like fucking amped up. But they got
ridiculous. But there things can be tweaked, and I think it was overall a great show.
Yeah.
And they made the judging was exceptional, the way they did it, and I heard you guys thought Ramy was winning off to the side.
Not me.
You thought that. Yeah.
He owes me a steak dinner.
I do owe him a steak. But, Jose, I want to clarify that really quick. When he first walked out, first of all, the webcast was horrible. Okay. Me and Dave were texting fucking Dan Solomon and yelling at him for the background lights and noise and this and that. So that's not Dan's fault, but I'm saying that. To me, it was like, I'm thinking to myself, he's either 5th or 6th or 1st. That's the only way I saw it. And I'm thinking to myself, it can't possibly be that. 2nd, 3rd, maybe, but not 5th or 6th. So I'm going back and forth like now. Then I saw the pictures after prejudging was done, when they do all the photoshopping and stuff. And I'm like, okay, now it's a little bit more clear. The dents are there, this and that. I can see what's going on. But to me, it was just unbelievable. And I got to give props. Give clap hands to Mr. Steve Weinberger and Dave Palumbo, who I always steak dinner to. They called out who they saw was the best.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But you know what? Look, we've seen years where Ramy would have won. Let's face it. We've seen Mr. Olympias win when they shouldn't have in the past. So had Ramy won,
Jacob Victor.
Yeah,
remember that?
If Ramy would have won,
I don't think anybody who had Jay winning that show.
If Ramy would have won, half of us would have said it's bullshit, and the other half would have said he deserved it. And so, no one it wouldn't have been that many complaints. I got news to you because he's the biggest guy on stage. He still did have glutes. He wasn't horrendous. He just wasn't Ramy that we've seen in the past, and so they've done worse than that. Believe me, and this was judged properly, and I'm glad it was. Hadi deserved to win. He got the win. That makes more excitement for next year. If Ramy comes back better, guys, he can get that title back. Absolutely. I can see him winning it back.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard.
All right, guys, I want to thank you for joining us for Iron Debate today. I know it was a long show, but I think the fans will really appreciate the analysis. Jose, I love that you shoot from the hip. King, it was your idea. Thanks for joining us. And Chris Aceto was supposed to join us, but he is on vacation in Miami with his kids, so I didn't want to. He came down here. It was 35 degrees in Miami. He couldn't even go anywhere. This was the first day the temperature broke a little bit, so I cut him a break. So
poor Chris.
I know. Good. Thanks for joining us, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do it because we're almost at 300,000 subscribers. I want to get there by the end of the January. I'm super happy that you guys are supporting the channel so much, and thank you guys for joining us once again. We'll see you again next week for another installment of Iron Debate.